Drumchapel St. Andrew's virtual church. I hope you've had a good week. It's been a beautiful week with the snow, and I hope that things are good with you. Really warm welcome to our virtual service today. Thanks so much for checking in. A reminder that our different songs and videos are listed on our different formats. So if you're watching this on Facebook, if you look at the post underneath this one, it gives you all the links to our songs and videos. If you're watching on YouTube, if you go right down to the bottom to the comment section, and the songs and videos are linked there. Thank you for joining us today, and happy Valentine's Day. Our theme for today is dreams. And please pause me and listen to our first song, which is "O Love That Wilt Not Let Me Go." I had a bird in the house this week. I don't even know what kind of bird it is. And your challenge for this week is to look at the pictures of the bird and to tell me what this bird was. I have no idea how it got into my house. And I'm going to show you a couple of pictures now so you can see the first one. It's really tiny. It's a really tiny bird. And the first one's in the hall, so you'll hardly be able to see it. The second one is when it's sitting in the window, and it's actually quite funny because you'll see it's like the wrong side of the window. It's inside rather than outside. You can see from those pictures that it was really cute, and I did think for a moment maybe I could just keep it, but obviously that wouldn't be a good option. So I'm trying to get this bird out of the house. Now, if you had been able to watch this, it would have been really funny. For me, not really funny. It managed to get into the study, and that is absolutely the worst place it could go because there are all the boxes and so much stuff in the study that it could hide anywhere. And I'm chasing this bird round the study, and I'm trying to be like a sheepdog to try and decide where I don't want it to go and to try and head it out the door again. So got it out of the study. And then it flew up the stairs. So I had to go up the stairs, managed to get it into the bedroom and close the door so that it was only in one room. And then I managed to open the window. But even then, it wouldn't go out the window. It still kept hopping round the bedroom. Eventually, I managed to get it to fly out the window. Do you know, although I was trying to help it, the bird had no idea that I was trying to help it. And I guess for me, if I was being chased by a big giant, I would probably be running and hiding as well. Do you know, I guess sometimes life can feel a bit like that. Not that we're being chased by giants, right enough, but sometimes we can feel we're in a place where we just feel trapped and we can't get out of it. And it's difficult to know where to go to be able to change that. And sometimes you need help to get out of a place where you're feeling trapped. And maybe that's where we listen to the people around us who we trust. And maybe that's where faith comes in, of trusting that out there is something more and that we can be free. Maybe sometimes we just need that little encouragement or guidance or inspiration to be able to be free. And once we've let go of the fear and we've stopped feeling we need to hide, then we can be free and we can fly. Let's do a prayer. God, thank you that you are there. And thank you that there are people around me that I trust, who can help me when I feel trapped to find a way out, to find a way not to hide or to feel I have to run away, but to get past the fear, to find a way through, to open my wings and to fly. Amen. And please pause me and listen to our next song, which is I Believe. Please make yourself a part of our prayer. God, I am aware that what is going on in and around my life, the people I encounter, the experiences I live, all deeply influence my sense of who I am and where I find myself on my journey. However, I also recognise that what is within me is greater than any of these influences. Whatever I face, live through, whether enriching or damaging, I can use to help me become more who I want to be. I either win or I learn. In this moment, I see the challenges on my life journey. Perhaps challenges I have lived with for a long time. Perhaps challenges that have only just materialised. Today I look for healing from things that diminish my life. I look to make peace with the past, however hurtful it has been, because I know I cannot rewrite anything I have already lived. I look for ways to make my health as good as it can be, and I accept my limitations without allowing them to define me. Today I look for courage for adventures ahead. I find strength in recalling times I have overcome adversity, changed negatives into positives, found solutions in seemingly impossible situations, found a light in the darkness. I remember those who travel with me today, those who have been companions in the past, those who travel with me today, those who will share my journey in the future. I am grateful for those who have touched my life just for a moment, and for those who have travelled with me for longer periods. I value the loves of my life and the friendships, those who have affirmed me and those who have inspired me. I let go of those who have hurt me, and I refuse to allow them power over me. A thought for those who struggle at this time. for all who are living with poor health, medical conditions, mental health issues, for all who are lonely, afraid, trapped. I ask for light in the darkness and for healing in adversity. Amen. Our Bible story today is in the book of Mark at chapter 1, reading from verse 40 through 45. A man suffering from a dreaded skin disease came to Jesus, knelt down, and begged him for help. "If you want to," he said, "you can heal me." Jesus was filled with compassion and reached out and touched him. "I do want to," he answered. "Be healed." At once the disease left the man and he was healed. Then Jesus spoke to him and sent him away, after saying to him, "Listen, don't tell anyone about this, but go straight to the priest and let him examine you. Then, in order to prove to everyone that you're healed, offer the sacrifice that Moses ordered." But the man went away and began to spread the news everywhere. Indeed, he talked so much that Jesus couldn't go into a town publicly. Instead, Jesus stayed out in lonely places, and people came to him from everywhere. And a reading called Autobiography in 5 Short Chapters by Portia Nelson. 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the pavement. I fall in. I'm lost. I'm helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the pavement. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. 3. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the pavement. I see it there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. 4. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the pavement. I walk around it. 5. I walk down another street. And please pause me and listen to our next song, which is 10,000 Reasons. Adyashanti said, "Everything you blame, you're stuck with. When you replay or relive something that has happened, what are you trying to do? Often, you're trying to rewrite the past, and you can't ever do it. One thing none of us can ever change is the past. But you can start from where you are and change the future. The future starts today, not tomorrow. Today's story is about a guy with leprosy. Leprosy then meant total isolation forever. The guy comes to Jesus, and in that moment, there are only two people in the story. No matter how many others are round about, this story is about two people. There are lots of distractions in life. For Jesus, crowds demanding his attention. For us, I guess, maybe more phones, messages, emails. When you're with someone, they deserve your full attention. I was in Morrison's the other week, and I noticed this sign under the Valentine's to the one I love section. Jesus turns off the background noise. This conversation can go one of two ways. The guy can challenge Jesus about why this has happened to him, or the guy can look for a way to deal with it. He chooses to look for a way to deal with it. Often we ask why. If you're living with something hard, do you think being given a reason for it is going to make it any easier or make it feel any better? It's still going to hurt just as much. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. This is where you are. Please pause me and watch our next video, which is Weatherman in the Snow. Look, it's okay to be there. It's okay to have a meltdown. It's okay to cry. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to not be okay. Because sometimes that's where you need to be. And sometimes we need to understand the people we encounter rather than just seeing that moment. It's an unknown quote. Do not judge my story by the chapter you walked in on. And please pause me and watch another video, which is a shelter posting an honest description of a cat that they have. Today's story is about understanding where someone is at without judging where they should be. Having a sense of what's going on in someone's life, of what they've lived or what they're living now. It doesn't necessarily make things okay, but maybe helps you to understand better. St. Aelred said, "A true friend sees nothing in their friend but their heart." But this story doesn't stop there. This guy needs help to move from where he is to where he wants to be. If someone has fallen in a deep hole and can't get out, you're not doing them any favours to get into the hole with them. The guy asks for healing, and he is healed. I believe in healing. I don't know how it works. It doesn't always mean taking away a condition, a situation, a circumstance. But it is always about finding yourself in a better place. A number of years ago, when holidays were a thing, I was travelling back from Jersey on a ferry, and it was a pretty rough journey. And I'm sitting next to this guy who insisted on talking to me, and I was feeling so ill. And I'm not wanting to be too rude to him, but I really don't want to be opening my mouth at this particular time. And I'm checking out the sick bag while trying not to let him see that that's what I'm doing. And I think, what can I do to get myself through this bit? And I thought back to some of the things that I had learnt in meditation. And I'm saying to myself, I am a being of light. And problem is, I am feeling anything but a being of light in that moment. How you feel in any moment is significant. You can't just wipe it out. But those hard times are just as much about recognizing you are a being of light as the good times and the celebrations and the happy times. It is that recognition that will help you to find healing. Whatever you are going through, however you are feeling, you are a being of light. I used to think that resilience was coming through things well. I now think that resilience is coming through things. Period. The guy in the story is healed. The thing that diminished his life has gone. Hard times don't last forever. Sometimes they can be healed. Sometimes you can learn to find a way to live with them. You are always bigger than anything you ever have to face. And the guy is grateful. He's so grateful he forgets what Jesus has said. And actually, that's okay. Gratitude is such a powerful tool in enabling you to be the best version of yourself you can be. Wherever you are, there is always something to be grateful for. Thomas Jefferson said, if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Let's do a prayer. God, I take a moment to think about where I am right now. touch the things that hurt me, that stop me being who I want to be. I ask, which can be healed? Which can be let go? Which can be left behind? I ask which I have to find a way of living with, accepting, or seeing in a different light. In this moment, I resolve to do whatever I can to take me to where I need to be. And I will always find a place in my heart for gratitude. Amen. And please share for a moment, just in a moment for reflection. The bit of music I've linked for that is called Le Onde by St.Andrew, and it means waves. Thanks so much for checking in today. It has been lovely to connect with you. I hope you have a good week ahead. Our closing song is Search for the Hero Inside. And I've also linked our closing prayer. May God's blessing surround you today. Take care.